Hi, it's Jo from Minerva. Today we are going to be looking at some Minerva Exclusive fabric. This is our sweater knit range. The sweater knit range comes in 10 different colours and it's a polyester stretch knit with a different stretch in the width and the length grain. I'm going to be showing you some patterns that will pair with this fabric and give you a little bit of a closer look, because sometimes when you see the swatch on the screen you can't always tell the texture or the drape of the fabric. Let's kick off with our first fabric. There are quite a few fabrics in this range in the sort of autumn colour palette, the sort of colours that I'm wearing. This is one of our chalets. This is another one of our chalets, but these have the same sort of colourway, very similar. There's a couple of coloured ones which I'll show you towards the end, but there's quite a sort of subtle autumn colourway to the fabric, and you'll see the texture has a sort of mild finish, and it's opaque and it's really drapey because it's got an elastine content. This one's called Rugged Tail, and if you're new to sewing stretch knits, then this pattern is really a good starting point. It's called the Sew to Grow cardigan, and it's a cardigan without any features or buttonholes or anything too complicated. It's just like a little throw over, but it would be superb in Rugged Tail. Second one is called Brushwork. So although it's got a sort of animal print look to it, it's actually sort of splodge brush strokes. It's 95% polyester and 4% elastane, and so from selvage to selvage, and the selvage is the run that has the name on it. So when you put the selvages together, you get 70% stretch in the width, so you want that to be going around your body, and then there's only 20% stretch in the length, and that's good if you're making a dress or a sweatshirt or a draping cardigan, because it won't stretch down and go out of shape. You get the stretch across your shoulders here where you want it, but then it's quite stable in for the length of a cardigan. If you're thinking of a long cardigan, then the tessuti cardigan here will be suitable. It's long and draping. It doesn't have too many features like buttonholes or any different fastenings, but it would drape beautifully in a sweater knit. If you're looking for a smaller, neater cardigan, maybe to layer up over your summer dresses so that you can give your dresses a little bit of a longer season, then the Capella cardigan by Paper Cut Patterns is a neat crossover wrap top. It's very similar to the Tilly and the Buttons pearl cardigan, and both of those are really similar cuts. So if you like a Tilly button because you like the instructions, then go for the pearl. If you're really confident and you like the styling of Paper Cut Patterns, then try that one. The next print is called Animal Song, and this one's got a little bit more of a colour range in it. So you've got that sort of rusty colour which makes the rest of the pattern pop. It's on the same substrate, it's a medium weight fabric, and it's 150 centimetres wide. If you're looking for a cardigan that really represents a cardigan as if you were buying a knit item or knitting a cardigan, then the Fuller cardigan by Cashmerette has all the features of a cardigan, the buttons and everything, and the cuffs, and so you'll get a much neater finish. You also get bigger size ranging on the Cashmerette patterns. If you like that autumn colour palette but animal prints aren't your thing, then here's a similar colour but a different print, and this one's called Palm Canopy. So you get a little touch of green in that one. It's got a sort of black grey background, and the print is quite large, but it's a really great transitional fabric to take you through into autumn or to layer up on your clothes towards spring. This fabric will work for the True Bias Marlowe cardigan, which is a sort of similar to the fuller cardigan, but it's got much sort of chunkier features. The border's much chunkier, the buttons are larger, and it's really popular. If you check out Minerva Makers and you search the hashtag Marlow, you'll see lots of versions. If you're looking for something monochrome, then this one is called Monstera, which is the sort of cheese plant name, Monstera Street. And this is a really large print. So you can see there, look. So this lends itself to making a dress because you'll have from shoulder to hem to showcase the print. And I've chosen the Billy. The Billy sweatshirt dress can be made into a sweatshirt or a dress. It has pockets. And because this fabric is cosy and a medium weight, you could still get the balloon sleeves if you wanted to in this fabric because it would gather up really nicely. Here's a version from Charlotte. Saturday Night Stitch has also used this fabric, and you can see here it's a really good example of the pattern placement. So the large sleeves are in places where you can get a full shape and a full appreciation of the pattern print. My next monochrome print to show you is Toucan Play. So this one has a large print again, but slightly more geometric shaping to the print. Palm trees that you can maybe play around with the placement of that so that you have part of the print right on your center, and because of that I think it would make a really good hoodie or sweatshirt. If you make the page hoodie, you could use the bird and the tree as a sort of center feature to the top, and it would make a really nice draping hood so your hoodie wouldn't be stiff and sticking out. You'd want to line the back of it inside the hood because the reverse of the fabric is quite pale compared to the darker outer print. The page hoodie comes in two different sleeve types. So there's a slim sleeve and there's also a sleeve with a gather. So again, you'll get that sort of, if you want a fuller sleeve or a fuller head to your sleeve, then this fabric can achieve that because it's not too thick, but it's still cozy to touch. This next one is a slightly lighter colourway. So this is called Herbal Halo. It's the same print on this polyester as our chalet fabric. It does look slightly different on here because you've got that sort of marl texture, which gives it a really subtle tone. And if hoodies aren't your thing, then you could try the Soho 7 toaster. The toaster has a roll neck on it and a drop sleeve. It's a really casual top to wear, and it's a really easy top to sew. If you prefer a more fitted sleeve, then Linden Grainline Studio has a really great shape. It's got a raglan sleeve, so it hasn't got that same sort of overall cozy oversized look. It can be a lot neater. You can change the cuffs up, so you can use some cuffing alongside our polyester, which the polyester is great and it's got a really good stretch, but if you cut cuffs you'd have to make sure that the cuffs went across the 70% stretch grain of the fabric, or you could mix it up with some of our tubular ribbing. This next fabric is called Bubble Shoal. It's got a smaller print on it, so that might be useful for girls wear, like girls sweatshirts, because the scale and proportion of it is a little bit smaller than the other prints. Really nice colourway, a little bit brighter that one than the other more autumn colours. And a pattern that I have not used but I absolutely love the look of it, which is the I Am Rainbow pattern. Now the I Am Rainbow pattern looks, from the pattern cover, the one that you can see here, it looks like just a long line cardigan or a long line hoodie. But if you check out the details on the back, you can make this as a short hoodie, a long hoodie, a dress, a sweatshirt dress without the hood on top. But there's 70 different variations in this pattern. So this pattern would work for all of the fabrics that I've shown you, and you can check out the schematic and technical drawings on the back and see all the different variations that you can make. So it makes it a really great value pattern. If you like an animal print but not in the browns and rusts tone, then this one's called Animal Glow, and you can probably see the marling on that a bit more than on the other patterns. So you can see it's got that sort of softness to it, and that's got a pink and a blue and a cerise. Again, it's all the same drape. You might find with these fabrics that you need to use a stretch needle or a ballpoint needle. I will list both of those products below in case you would like to get sewing with stretch. It really does stop the fabric puckering and the stitches from skipping. If I chose this, another pattern I would probably try is the Jolly hoodie, which is really useful if you're looking for a hoodie pattern. The size range on it is huge, so you can go from children right up to men's, teens to men's from one pattern. So although this fabric might not be a unisex fabric, the pattern can be really, really versatile with some of our other sweater knits. If you're sewing for children or teens, then Tranquil Canopy is just a little softer. It's just got that a lighter colourway that just makes it a little bit softer for children's wear, I think. Sometimes black can be a little bit harsh on children, but this one is really beautiful. Actually, this one is my favourite one out of the whole section, all 10 prints. And I am going to show you a tracksuit pattern for teens and children. The pattern is McCall's 8250, which is joggers and a top. The top can be with a neckband or as a hoodie, and I've seen some people use it as a pyjama pattern, like a winter pyjama pattern, or as a full tracksuit for play day wear. This fabric would be great. It would make quite a nice sort of slinky version, great for dance or going to sports events or going to your Saturday morning activities. It's a really great comfy outfit for teens. The finished chest size measurements on that go from a 25.5-inch chest up to a 30-inch chest, and that's the finished garment measurements. A little bit of information about the care of our sweater knit fabric. So it's a really good idea to get into the habit of pre-washing all of your fabric before you use it. But we've pre-washed this and it hasn't shrunk, but do pre-wash your fabric because it is good practice, and different machines behave differently with different fabrics. You can tumble dry this fabric and it washes at 30 degrees, or we tried it on 40 and that was fine too. This fabric is OEKO Tech certified, and you can check out the details of that on our website. I hope seeing those fabrics today close up and moving around will give you some ideas of some patterns to try out. You might have a couple of those patterns at home and have seen the sweater knits and not known whether they were suitable as a pattern pairing. I'm off to make the Linden sweatshirt in that final fabric. If you've ordered some sweater knit and you've made up an item, we would love to see it. It's really great for our sewing community to see lots of people using lots of different fabrics and giving lots of feedback on their projects. So make a profile and upload your make and take advantage of the tutorials and offers and special events that Minerva has on their website. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon.